Good morning everyone, and welcome back to a shorter video for today with another mocked review of a little thing I did a couple of months ago. But I've been waiting to show this one with you as we go into my self-proclaimed fairground season. This was a mock I was hoping that I'd be able to build this year, but it doesn't look like it will happen. So instead, let's show you in studio, and as you read on the title and are seeing on your screen, this is a hooker duck stall, and this is sort of like a fairground games kind of idea, I guess, for the Creator Expert Fairground style, and this is very much deliberately in the style of Creator Expert, so it's a bit more fancier than like your 3-in-1 or just like your Fortune Teller's tent, or even something with the mixer, but it's in that vibe of something that could fit in with the other sets. Now there's actually quite a lot going on here, so let's start with the most important part in my eyes, and that is the actual game. Now, like all good Creator Expert rides, there has to be a functionality and it has to work, and we have achieved that here today using the method from Ninjago City to create a sushi chain belt for our ducks to rotate around. So you see this pole in the middle, rotating the sign at the top, or maybe a motor underneath. You will spin a pirate steering wheel, which I believe we can see in here. Once we get inside, just in there, you can see it. We'll rotate all of this chain link here around in a circle, meaning minifigures have to hook with a fishing pole or rod through this hook and pick up the ducks that, if they were included in studio, would be here, just on these little studs here, because the ducks are hollow, they can sit on that, and this thing will rotate around and around and around, and, well, your job would be to hook them. Now, obviously, they don't actually hook off, but they rotate, and that is the point. So that is the same method as the sushi bar from Ninjago City, or the top of Ninjago City, but we're using it here in a very similar means. So as you saw when I took off part of the awning, there's an entire another layer of brick in here, and if we look particularly in the corner, you'll see that it's arches. Arches that have been put on their side, and you can see this one here. And that is to allow the smooth motion, just like in Ninjago City, and it's basically all snot on the inside, it's all smooth to allow the conveyor belt to move freely. A couple of the other details, obviously you can see they're kind of like lily pads, but not quite. You've got these lily pads here, you've got the blue and white stripes going all the way around, and then obviously there's a lot of stuff on the roof, which we'll get to in a second. I guess the last point to point out down here is that the support structure is kind of ridiculous, I'm not going to lie. The roof is questionably stable. Technically, it's perfect. I love what it is. It's got little lamps in this evening, but to make this work, it's a complex build of studs up on the top, but on the sides, it's snot, which is slightly problematic when it comes to building, and you can see that just by the fact that there are studs facing downwards here, and if I had lifted that up, you would have seen studs at the top. But that's just an interesting technique that I will show you in a minute. We also have some gold accents sprinkled around the black as well as on the corners with those tassel pieces, which I'm still yet to own one of. I really want one of those tassels. And then the big way to make the whole thing turn is through this sign piece, which sort of looks like a lily pad or something. I'm not really sure, but it's got a nice big bright flower on the front and then 2 fishing poles going up the side. And you've also got your traditional fairground flags. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go and take off some of the front and try and explain a bit more about the technique under the roof, and then we'll close up for the day. So I went into the submodel because I have this one entirely structured out, and you can see that it's basically a normal built-up upright structure. You've got your support beams and then your big plates that go across, and then to do these side parts we have some brackets. So these brackets go sideways and hold up these 2 long pieces along the side, and they're made using 1/8 rail plates, as are a lot of my builds, to hold and fill in the little gap underneath there. So those 1/8 rail plates do the sides and sort of part of the upright structure. Now, as for how it actually connects together, you can see the upside down part here, and this upside down part is where the sides are attached to. However, using an interesting connection of brackets, I was able to get them to line up, and therefore the upside down, the pillars attach to the upside down parts, which attach to this long beam along here, which attaches to this, which is level with everything else, and, well, merges it all together. And that's pretty much it. It's a really simple build. There's not too much else to show, but let me know what you guys think of this one down below, and if you'd like a tutorial on how to build this build, just let me know down in the comments, and I will do one if 2 people like the video. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.